Number 5, scout the stat line, third base prospect of 2024 is Nacho Alvarez. Nacho Alvarez going to be with the Atlanta Braves. I'm actually going to let you talk about him because I don't have his peak projection at the moment pulled up. I got too excited about Cam Smith. So Atlanta Braves, what are your thoughts on Nacho Alvarez, Doc?
Way to completely sewer me, brother,
I
because
know.
I don't have the peak projections pulled up. That was your job. So I don't have that in front of me. We'll let you bring that up. He's still just 21 years old. I'm not really in on him, but we'll see if his speed can play. He's going to have to be that guy. I know there's some people out there who are saying, they're still believers. And frankly, if you ever believed in him, you should still. It's like he's only 21. I just remember looking at his profile and wondering how much of this is really for real. I mean, the stolen bases seem like they are genuine, they are legit, but 10 home runs maxing out here. I mean, is this a Durbin-esque profile? Is it not? I mean, so when he came up though, he struck out 10 times and didn't walk at all. So, hey, if that happens to Durbin, I will have so much crow to eat. I will be puking for all the crow that I ate. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm going to go ahead and look at Nacho's. Usually when Matt does the peak projections, that's when I pull up and I scroll around on Fangraphs.
All right,
so
pass it back to me.
No, I'm back. He's got beautiful contact skills, beautiful zone contact skills. Not quite as good as Durbin, but very, very, very good. So I guess you know what? Backtrack it. I said I'm not really in on him, especially at second base. The way that second base is like the depth there is not good for fantasy perspective. So I'm backtracking
Is he
here.
playing more? Is he playing more at second base, or is he playing more at third?
That's a great question. It says here his fielding last year was actually a lot of shortstop, majority shortstop. So that's a different conversation, right? He's actually not. We are on third base peak projections today, so I don't know if I really.
He's widely considered a third base prospect, but he's not gonna play third base because Riley's on a long-term deal.
Yeah, he did have more slight. I'm just reading so many things wrong here. So total for the year, he did 70 games at shortstop. Total for the year. Yeah, Baseball Reference, get it together. They're messing this one up. But yeah, third base looks like 33 reps, 33 games.
Any second base play?
Barely. So,
okay. I mean, I think at the major league level.
The major league level, all he played was second base. So
yeah, but I don't know. Albies was hurt, and like Albies is also on a. I mean,
hey,
it's hard to tell.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. People kind of consider it like if you can play shortstop, you're easily playing second. But if you want to cut the kid some slack, we're learning on the fly here, folks. If you didn't notice, and I'm thinking on the fly here. I think maybe him having to basically learn a brand new position in the major leagues, that's not going to help your ability to focus on it. So I don't think this guy went. I actually can't. I'm like after his bad debut. I'm actually higher on Nacho Alvarez after just kind of perusing his profile here. Very interesting. Got a lot of discipline, making a lot of contact. The quality probably not too high, but yeah, if he can pull a few out, get up to 10. You got to steal those bases though for us. You got to steal those bases. He seems pretty efficient. Doesn't really get caught stealing. So yeah, I think we're seeing post-hype prospect status here. Good job, model. Everyone's counting him out, including me, to start this conversation. I think I'm looking for value on Nacho Alvarez if I see him. Maybe get a throw in for a deal. See what happens.
I think Nacho, because I was right on par with what you were saying. When you introed Alvarez, I think he's more utility because of team context. Shortstop is really the best avenue to playing time for Nacho. You have Orlando Arcia, who has been usable for the Braves, but as we just talked, Austin Riley and Ozzie Albies, barring a trade, aren't going anywhere. So what does that leave for Alvarez? Potentially the middle, the infield utility guy, which is still a good piece when you talk about the stolen bases. Like, he's a guy I would absolutely love to have on my bench in a 30-man, right? If we could have him as our bench guy when we need to make a fill, awesome. Same context as we talked about with Durbin, and you highlighted that. But the EVs scare me a lot. AAA's average EV was 86.3 with a max of 106. Majors, bumped his max up almost 3 miles per hour, which is good. Almost 110, average at 83.8. But I think you brought up a great point. He only had 20 batted balls at that rate. That's a bad sample size. Also, learning a position is good. I'm not drafting Alvarez where he's been taken. Ross took him in one of our 30 mans because Ross is a big supporter. And, I'm going to let guys that have more faith in him take him because I don't know where he plays. Whereas some of these other guys, I see more opportunity with playing time because they don't play for a juggernaut like the Braves.
Yeah, I see that, and I think it's important to remember when we're talking about utility. It's again utility versus super utility. Yeah, you get a guy like How many times will we say the name Durbin today? I can't tell you, folks. It's gonna be a high number, but it's like Durbin. They are playing him everywhere, and he's on a team that plays people everywhere and loves these kind of guys. Whereas you're looking with the Brewers, and you look at the Braves. It's like, okay, these guys are going to be trying to go win a World Series probably, and
Yes.
have these guys.
Same with the Orioles, right? Same
Yeah,
problem.
and there's just guys who are not going to be swapping in and out. So you have to take these when you're looking at a utility-ish profile. That's what you have to consider.